my daddy makes robots.
Hello everyone, this is Cybertronian Beast, and let's talk Transformers. Today we're taking a look at iGear's Mini Warriors MW-03 Hench. Now this is iGear's attempt at remaking the classic G1 minifigure, or Minicon Brawn, which was a fantastic little figure with almost zero articulation, and I for one welcome the new version of Brawn, because I loved him as a character and as a vehicle, but his robot mode and his toy were horrendous. They were just terrible. On the back, same kind of thing as we saw with Spray. He's got a nice little CAD type drawing and a bio. Again, like with Spray, this hench figure has been loaned to me to review by my friend Dogcades from Twitter. He's in real life, he goes by the name James. So thanks again, James, and let's get this sucker open and take a look at it. Okay, so there is Hench, and here is his weapon. And this is the first time that I've seen the iGear weapon with a second color on it. It says they've always all been black plastic, and this is the first time it's actually had something other than just being black on it. This has got a nice little gray paint app on it, which really adds a lot to this little weapon. You'd think that one small paint app really wouldn't do a lot, but it really does. And it's obviously some kind of sawed-off shotgun type of weapon, and it really does fit Hench as a character. Now I forgot to mention this with the review I did for Spray, but all these iGear figures come with these collector card type things, and Hench is no different. A really good picture of Hench on the front, which is the exact same art that's on the box, and on the back is his bio. Now to the figure. This is a awesome version of Brawn, and if you turn it over, obviously you do see the head, and that's okay. Not a big deal. But by looking at the alt mode here, you can see that this is undoubtedly Brawn. This figure has also been remade by iGear into another mold, or repainted. Sorry, I believe they're repainting it into Outback. I think that's who it is. I think that I might be wrong. If I am, I don't care. But that's who I think it is. There's a nice port on the top of the figure to put his gun. So I don't remember Brawn ever doing something like that, but it's a nice touch. Obviously, he has great wheel articulation, so his wheels do all touch at the same time. And there really isn't a lot to do in vehicle mode. He's still a Minicon, but this is the next level that iGear went with their Minicon line. There was the size that Spray was, which was a lot smaller. Okay, as a size comparison here, here is TFCon 2012's Rager. Sorry, TFCon 2012's Shafter, which is a redeco of iGear's Rager. Now, as you can see, there is a very large size difference here in the two figures. This is the original size that iGear went with for their Minicons, and it's the same kind of size that Spray is, and I really wish that they had stayed with this size, just because it really does hold true to the original G1 Minicon aesthetic. Now, iGear decided to go with this size for Hench and UFO and their new Gears figure, which I can't remember his name, but they basically stepped it up about half a size, and they're not really mini figures anymore, are they? They're kind of in the middle. They're like Scout class figures now, where these would have been Legend class, and that's unfortunate because these really fit the mold as Minicons, where these really aren't Minicons anymore. But yeah, the Shafter or the Rager figure was a really good little figure for the size. Now, let's get into transformation for Hench. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with his entire side panel here, which just kind of drops away because it's his entire leg. We'll do the same on the other side as well. And as you can see, iGear likes to use ball joints. We found that out with spray. Now we're just going to spin this whole thing around, and like that. Now this is his leg, so we just got to fold it in on itself like that. Whoop. Like that. Perfect. And now we've got a leg. And same on this one here. We just have to make sure that the knee joint is out of the way, like that, and there we go. And there are his legs. And they are chunky. I mean, that is a real chunky leg. And the wheels being on the back of it, perfect. I love it. Now we're left with his arms to do, and his arms are buried in his torso, which is actually pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel the door back and lift up this back panel here, and there are the arms in there, or a arm, and pop that out. We'll do the same with the other side. Peel that back. There's an arm, and there we go. Now we can basically do whatever we want with these. What I've tried to do is something that I think would keep it looking as G1 as possible, because the original G1 Brawn just essentially had the entire back of, or the entire truck part on his back. So I've tried to put everything back together and just kind of stick it on his back, like so. Just like that. And that is how I've envisioned this Brawn being. But I mean, you could set him up with wings or something like that if you wanted to. But this is the way that I like to have him. And just kind of straighten out his arms, keep the shoulders nice and high. You pose him however you want. And he is very poseable. As you can see down on the bottom, he has kind of a tilty foot. And that's cool. And let's put the gun in his hand. And we will be done with the transformation of Hench. And there he is. Now some of the complaints that I've heard are some that I completely can echo. Hench is a fantastic figure. Top to bottom, he's perfect. He's a great representation of Brawn, and he doesn't miss on any marks. The only spot that they really kind of messed up on is the size. They used the exact same principles that they did for their original Minicons, but they just kind of went up a notch. And that's not really the idea. Minicons were supposed to be mini, right? And they took the same design that they had for their Minicons and, you know, made it bigger. And now, I'm not complaining about the toy whatsoever. The toy is fantastic. He's just too big. Now I'm going to bring in my iGear TFCon 2012 exclusive shafter as a comparison here, because he was the original size, and you can see Brawn is humongous in comparison to that original size, but he's got the exact same type of engineering in him. So we'll get shafter out of there again, and we'll take a look at the articulation on Hench. Obviously I pointed out he's got slight ankle tilts here. He has a knee joint, which is again a ball. He's got a hip joint, which is a ball. There is, does it swivel? Yep, there is a full waist swivel there. You get a little bit of swivel there. You're not going to go too far because the legs get in the way. On his shoulder, whoa, you don't have it. Oh, you do. Oh, look at that. They buried a ball joint in there. But you do have a pin in there. You have a pin joint for up and down. A ball jointed elbow. And the hand, like all the other ones, the hand is part of the original forearm. So it's the same plastic. Now, if they had made it a different plastic or something else that, didn't, fit right in, then that would be, that would be cool. The head, again, is on a ball joint, so it kind of move around and be different. And I do remember seeing that, you can switch out the faces. I have not yet been able to see how that's possible. Or you just turn them around. Yes, that's it. You turn it around. Let's see here. There he is. So there is the other face for Brawn, or for Hench, and it is the original G1 Brawn's face. And that's kind of cool. So he has two faces, and that's always neat to have the option. I do like the other one better though, so we'll put that back. But yeah, that's Hench from iGear, and he's a great figure. Don't get me wrong, I really like this figure. The problem is, he's too big. He's too big for his britches. Anyway, if you like this video, please click subscribe. It's on the video page somewhere. If you want to follow me on Twitter, please do. I like to tweet on Twitter, and I will post pictures of figures I'm getting. If you're in Ontario, if you're in southwestern Ontario like I am, I even post pictures of figures in stores when I'm out hunting. And if you're on Facebook, you can follow me on Facebook. You can find Cybertronian Beast on the Facebook there, and where I post pictures of my collection and post my videos and all of that stuff. It's just great. Anyway, this is Cybertronian Beast, saying I'll talk to you later.